for both teams. First for the Celtics. Smart is out there with Brown. We've got Williams. We will see him go to work on that low block. One of the great centers right now in the league. And it's Horford in at the 4. And looking at the Nets, Kyrie Irving is out there with Mills. And it's Andre Drummond at 6'11", 275 pounds, the big athletic presence out of the University of Connecticut inside at center. Then there's Edwards. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
You know, it's always strange to see how a team will react when they lose one of their biggest stars. Last season, the Celtics were thought to be dead in the water when Rondo tore his ACL, but they actually rallied and went on a winning streak after the injury.
Now here's Durant following the...
Oh, get it!
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
So it's the Celtics now. Tries to save it. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
You know, often when we think of freakish athleticism in the NBA, it's those with strength and explosiveness like LeBron or Dwight Howard. But Kevin Durant physically is unique in his own right. Sure, he's got a slight build, but his mobility for his height, unparalleled.
Here is Edwards. He dishes it to Irving. Pass to Drummond. Nets passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Irving can't get it to go. You think about the length of Kevin Durant, reach of a center with the fluidity, speed of a guard.
Such a rare combination, Kevin, and it gives them a huge advantage at both ends of the floor. I mean, defensively, you think about the blocks and the steals and rebounds, and then offensively, the ability to play above his opponents.
Now, here is Irving. Williams with the steal. Jumps up, goes straight to the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
That's good from Horford.
Now, this is the second season for the Nets here in Brooklyn. It's amazing how quickly they've made themselves a part of this community. But they've tried to capture some of that history from sports in the past. In fact, they have the flagpole from the old Ebbets Field right outside the Barclays Center. Kind of a cool historical connection.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. That is good.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Nets trail by 4. And for the Nets, you notice that unlike most teams with their jerseys, whether they're on the road or at home, it's Brooklyn across their chest.
I think that represents them representing the borough, Kevin, and looking to establish a new identity. And even if you aren't a big Nets fan, for Brooklynites, it's easy to throw on a black and white sweater or jersey with Brooklyn across the front of it.
So it's Boston now. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And it's blocked by Brown. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Shot's good.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
Here's Mills. He's covered by Brown. They get it back.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently. Good job there recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
And Brooklyn making a change here. 1:12 left in the first quarter of the game. Here is Durant. Brown outside. On the wing, Irving. No good on the three. Boston leading by 6. Horford with the screen on Brown. Back to Brown. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 7 points.
And I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really...
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Durant kicks to Thomas. On the wing, Irving. He passes to Durant. Here's Claxton. Williams with the block. The shot by Irving. Gets a very good look and converts. Irving's got his first points of the night.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Williams with the ball. Now Brown. With 1 on the clock. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Williams dishes to White. Inside, it's tipped. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brick. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, as you know, Kevin Durant is a real gym rat, a guy who just loves the game of basketball, and he enjoys studying the greats. Maybe his favorite? Durant smiled. Larry Bird is a guy I like watching. I watch film on him all the time. I like his approach to the game, his competitiveness, how low maintenance he was. He played hard. He played for the love of the game, and that's what I've got. Guy's one of the best small forwards in league history. Not a bad role model.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. From deep, Thomas. Offensive rebound, Nets. Here's Brown. That's good.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Celtics leading by 6.
You know, the Celtics ruled the Atlantic starting with their title run in 08, but last year it finally came to an end, that ruling of the Atlantic. 5 straight years of winning their division is now behind them.
Out to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. White, he's guarded by Thomas. Gets it to go.
He's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, he just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And you know what else I like about him, Steve? He'll do whatever it takes to help that team out. We've seen him take some absolutely gut-wrenching charges that a lot of other guys would simply avoid.
Back to Griffin. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play. And back to the Celtics in the Atlantic. You knew it was going to be hard for them to keep winning the division with all the talent, Steve, that has come into it within the last couple of years.
Well, it was a great 5-year run for Boston in terms of winning the Atlantic. But, you know, with the up-and-coming teams in New York and Brooklyn, All of a sudden, Boston is looking ahead, looking above them to the other teams in the division. And now it's time to make another push, another rebuilding job, and get back on top.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
An up-and-down season for the Nets last year, and the playoffs were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
The Celtics shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw, no good. Well, back to the Nets in the playoffs. They lost a game at Barclays early and looked to be on the ropes down 3-1 after 4 games, but they did well just to steal one in Chicago and force a game 7.
What a strange series that was. The Bulls made that miracle comeback behind Nate Robinson in 1 game and then ended up going on the road to Brooklyn and winning game 7. What a disappointment for the Nets in their debut season in Brooklyn.
Mills passes to Dragic. Puts up the baby hook. And yes, sir, that one drops. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a little bit, trying to close this gap.
Outside, White. Back to Williams. And stolen by Drummond. One-on-one fast break. Shot's good by Mills. And it's now only a 1-point Celtic lead.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
And Smith backing in. 2 minutes. Left side, Williams. 6 to shoot. Smith outside. He feeds it to White. Fires from 18. No good off the back of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Mills with it. Williams picks him up. And Griffin scores. The assist by Mills. 8 points for Blake Griffin.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, the Brooklyn Nets going all in this season. With a team payroll of about $100 million, they have an additional luxury tax bill of around $75 million. Guys, the owners sparing no expense in constructing this roster. But no question, a high burden of expectation for what they'll achieve. It's championship or bust.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. And it's Dragic off the drive. Edwards. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Celtics trail by 3. And here's White. Smith for 3. And the shot is good.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Mills. White covering. And Mills kicks to Durant. And it's blocked. But he recovers it. Dishes to Mills. Drops in the tray. Mills has got 5 points in the quarter.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
Smith kicks to White. Right side, White. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Williams, a screen on Irving. Richard. Shot is no good. Excellent D there from Edwards. And here is Durant. Feeds it to Mills. Shoots the 3. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And a fun game going out in the
Sprint